I think I've just had this like vision. Internet Party is running another anti-spy ball series this year. I think
Yeah.
we need to bring you into that as a co-host
Oh,
if
well,
you're
thank
willing.
you.
And
I would love to.
the reason that I think that, aside from the fact that you're beautiful and smart, is that what we should do is we should recap. We should take like the top 10 findings or the top 20 findings, and we should pitch these to the guests. We should
Yeah.
be saying, in the Snowden files, we discovered this, this, and this. What is your take on that? Because imagine John Kiriakou or Chris Hedges or someone like that. Imagine the responses that they could come up to this on these
Absolutely.
topics.
That's a fantastic idea. Yeah, the added context and analysis that they could give would be like invaluable on some of these findings. Absolutely.
Totally. And also because that will allow us to, it's funny in the context of the document we just discussed, but to
Yeah.
create a global picture. Because
Yeah.
the anti-spy bill drafting was very, very focused on revoking the legislation that's already been put into place. But
Yeah.
what we are discovering here is so much more high level. And it comes back to what I was talking about previously when I was saying, like, you know, I was enraged because of the privacy aspects. Like, I was prepared to give my life just for the privacy aspects of this. But having studied these documents, I now understand that this is beyond just even our privacy. This is our lives. This is the lives of millions of people around the world. This is literally the lives or deaths of millions of people around the world. And so I think that same thing with anti-spy bill. Like, yes, we need to table legislation to address the issues that activists are facing on the ground, but we need to address the fact that these guys are literally implementing a system of global control, have been doing it for decades. And what are we going to do about it? Because that was when I was mentioning about Occupy earlier, that was the second part, which is what do we do about it? So we know that if we go in 3,000, 10,000, 20,000 people go and camp out outside the White House and demand resignations, historically, when that's happened, I mean, there were military service members who weren't paid post-World War II who went and did a big encampment outside the White House, and the tanks came out. The tanks were rolled out and they were literally slaughtered. So we've got to find a way to subvert this system that does not involve direct confrontation, because direct confrontation has not worked.
Yeah, and it would probably, again, it would be infiltrated and it would be turned into an excuse to probably repress people even more.
Right, it's Occupy 2.0.
Yeah.
Right, so they literally bring out the dogs and the sound cannons and the plastic cuffs,
Yeah.
because they don't even have enough actual handcuffs to handcuff everyone with. The state has no qualms whatsoever about using naked force to enforce its will when platitudes have no longer worked.
Yeah.
So I think we need to take some of the really smart people in our extended network of activists and truth tellers, and we need to go over this stuff with them, because I think it's really, really high impact stuff that this is what should be taught in schools.
Definitely. Absolutely.
This is what we should have learned, in our education system.
Yeah, and this is, because school is supposed to teach you about the way the world operates and how you should operate in it. And so this should have been a fundamental grounding understanding of how the world actually works. And obviously that's not that's not what happens in school. But yeah, I agree.
Okay, I actually think that document can't be beaten and that we should leave it at that document tonight.
I do too. I think it's fantastic. Next time we will get to 200. Obviously.
Let's just ask these guys if they have any questions.
Yeah. No, this has been awesome. And while Susie's checking chat and typing, I just want to say thank you everyone that has watched today, and thank you for researching and throwing links in chat, for sharing and retweeting on Twitter. And I'm just gonna throw it out once again. If any of you would like to just like throw $1 at us a month on Patreon, our link is Patreon/Decipher. I'll throw it into the chat once again, and you can also find all of the streams